My mother is watching Splendor in the Grass that I got off of HBO Max. I'm going to try to grab a bath and hope that Omar doesn't start crying. It's been 3 hours since he ate. He usually can last longer than that, but you never know. You never know. You never know with the Omar. If he wakes up and cries, there's nothing I can do. I'm not going to be in here for hours, that's for damn sure. I want to take off. Got my mom's clock there, so I can know what time it is. Take my glasses off. Another shower cap on. Is that bearable? I think so. I think it's bearable. We want it nice and hot. I always have hopes of getting out early, and it never happens. Never happens, never happens, because I have so much other things I have to do. Do for Oma, do for my mother. By the time I do everything for everybody else, I have no time for me. No time for Laura. So I'm going to take a nice bath and shower. I just took a shower and washed and dried my hair, but I did not take a bath and shave my legs. So I'm going to shave my legs. My mother just took the bathroom. The door is locked. It's not even about shaving my legs. It's just about relaxing. And I do like shaving my legs. Oh, all right, that's nice. That's nice. That's good. That's nice. That'll work. I told her, you watch Splendor in the Grass, and if you decide you don't like it, she has to it's like Romeo and Juliet. It's high school star-crossed lovers, because it says the parents try to split them up to tragic consequences if something happens. I don't know. I saw it. I know it's a famous movie, but if for some reason you don't like it, do not put on Pink Hurts to Be Human. I like the music. I don't want to hear it anymore. You keep playing it over and over. It's starting to skip. I did yell at her when I was feeding Omar. I was just gonna, things skip and fix it. I can't stand when that happens. Tell you don't bring in places. It's just common sense. You can't throw CDs into bags of junk. And what the hell is that? Entresto, yeah. Told you, I keep finding her meds everywhere. I know she didn't take them Tuesday night. It's like a little kid. I was too sick to make sure, so I couldn't keep an eye on her, and she did what she wanted, and she stayed up all night, and she didn't take her meds, and then told me she did. I mean, it's because there's no way she can't stay up all night when she's on those meds. They're too powerful. I make her go to bed. And she's out within seconds. I'm not even talking minutes. I'm talking I hear her snoring within seconds. So when she tries to force herself to stay awake, she puts herself in danger. It's that simple. She puts herself in danger when she tries to stay awake, force herself. I'm finding her meds in this bathroom. I just found one attached to my soap. Yeah, she said she took them and didn't. It's possible she thought she took them. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. The fact is, I have to watch her. I have to watch her take them. I've been watching her take them. If she's tricking me and keeping them in her mouth and spitting them up, well, then that's on her. Then she's just heading for a nursing home, and that's it, you know. She can't be playing around with that shit. I'm not going to force her to open her mouth and whatnot. I'm going to trust she's swallowing the damn meds. But I know there are patients who take medication who don't want to, who know how to be really tricky, and they will keep them in their mouths and then spit it out. I've heard that before anyway. Probably saw it in a movie. Probably saw it in a movie. I actually could have this even hotter. I make it scalding almost. Let's see. It's even hotter than tomorrow. I really like that CD, but not when I'm hearing it full blast over and over and over and over and over. Let's do some hot. Let's make this a little more detox. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I did a Macy's order for me and my mom, just to see if we can get some shorts. Because she's too thin for any of her shorts that are 12s. They're too big for her. And I forgot. I can guarantee you, if I'm forgetting, tons of people are forgetting. So if I have to return them, I will just bypass the regular cashier, the salesperson, the sales associate, and go right to management and be like, it's hard for me. I've shopped at Macy's for decades to remember that now your last act is last act and no returns allowed, because they changed their policy from all things have got 3 months. Now all things get 1 month. Last act used to get 1 month. Last act is now no returns. And I don't buy from anybody where you can't return something. So they're going to have a problem with that. They're going to have angry people. And, they piss off enough people. If they piss off people, people will say, well, is it worth it to you to not give me my $15 because I bought this last act and forgot that it can't be returned if it doesn't fit, and I bought it online? Or just is it worth it losing hundreds of dollars if I return the whole order? Oh, not that I spent that much, I'm just saying. The point is, you have to have a little bit of leniency and have your customers get used to last act not being returnable. In person, I'm sure when someone buys something last act, the cashier will say, this is last act, it's not returnable, don't forget. But online, oh my God, I totally forgot. I totally forgot. I hope I only purchased, because I buy 2 different sizes for me and my mom. I have a large and extra large for me, because you never know what size I wear, which is 12 or 14. And for my mom, I buy 8 or 10s. I think there was only one thing that was last act that I wanted and I thought was so cute, and of course they don't fit me, so I thought, I'll get them for my mom, because it's doubtful they would fit me, but you never know. they would fit, they could fit me, and that they actually fit me because they're elastic, and I could just wear them, not going out. It's not to wear them in public, but they were last act, and I just thought they were the cutest things. Shorts, little pink shorts, and I wanted them. So I forgot that last act you can't return at all. That's not something anybody's going to remember, so I bet they're making exceptions. If I know Macy's, they're not going to want to lose customers over a few bucks when it's such a brand new thing. You know, it's a brand new thing. They might even say, well, I'll do it for you this once, but your account will be marked. Don't let it happen again. Because then they'll know, well, now they know last act is not returnable, but they forgot, and we'll see what happens. Or you can get jerks. I mean, I deal with jerks all the time. I deal with that snot-nosed guy at the grocery store. So ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. It's not even anything, because that same store has a broken website for online, and it's been broken for like 2 months now, and they force you to get substitutions you don't want when you used to have a button to move over and say no substitutions, and I don't want substitutions, so I end up getting shit for free. Not my problem. I'm not doing anything wrong. Fix your goddamn website. Okay? Fix your goddamn website. Long before your website was broken, that worked for years and years and years. Okay? It's been working for a long time. Now suddenly you can't fix it, supposedly. Fix your goddamn website. And even your phone people who are so nice, because I always call and say, it's still not working. And they're like, yeah, we know, and the company's losing money. Yeah, from me too. Last time I got 14 free cottage cheese because I only wanted blueberry, and you gave me strawberry, and I would have said no substitutions. I don't want strawberry. Plus, you actually had pineapple down as a substitution, and I hate the pineapple. But I don't really care for the strawberry, but we're eating them, and they're for free. That's not doing anything wrong. You're in the wrong for not fixing your goddamn website. But it proves that I'm right. That to give me a hard time over such a small amount of money, and meanwhile I wasn't doing anything wrong, but even if you think I was, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to piss me off and alienate me over a few dollars, you snot-nosed bastard. Your company's losing tons of money, and they don't even care, or they would rush to fix something that wasn't I mean, it's ridiculous. Oh, fuck me. Get back on there. I need to remember to take this off ahead of time, the razor top. Else the whole head of the razor comes off and really upsets me. That's what I mean about it all coming out in the wash. Alright? You know how much, not that much, but over the weeks, because they don't fix it, I don't have to accept substitutions, even if I keep the stuff and eat it. You don't fix your website, I'm not doing anything wrong. Okay? I don't want substitutions. I'm not pretending to not want substitutions. Although there are people who could. There are people who could pretend all kinds of shit. Okay? But I don't. I did not deserve to be treated like that by the fucking CBS female manager or by that fucking little snot-nosed pseudo manager. Didn't deserve it. It's all bullshit anyway. It's not worth it. And if the corporate knew, they would be appalled. The big wigs, if they knew, they would be appalled. Even if the basic store manager doesn't give a crap, the big wigs would be like, what has this woman done? She takes advantage of our policy that we opt into to get a free item once in a while because she's not going to accept whatever the goddamn register says. So you'd have to ring it up correctly anyway if there was no opting into one item free. And again, it's only one. If you buy 12 items, 20 items of the same thing, the rest you get for that price on the shelf, because that's pricing guarantee to keep stores honest. It's that simple, to keep stores honest. And I definitely remember that there was a store, I don't know if it was Ralph's in California, Los Angeles, years ago, that was caught doing it on purpose, caught price gauging, caught having the wrong price, different prices on the shelf that were ringing up on the register, and they were caught and they were doing it on purpose. So these things that some states have, different kinds, they do it to keep stores honest. And there's no bigwig who would say that I was doing anything wrong. In fact, they would say the opposite. Because when the goddamn cashiers do their jobs, which they hardly ever do, I've noticed over the years, they're supposed to write it up when it rings up wrong, and then it's supposed to be put through to corporate, and that's it. And then it won't happen anymore. It'll be fixed. But if nobody does their job and notifies, then it stays that way forever, and I'll come in 3 weeks later and it'll still be ringing up wrong. It's just better I don't go in person. Fuck them. Fuck them. They don't like me bringing up all bad cottage cheese that's summer expired a month on the shelf. They don't like me doing that and calling them out. Well, I don't like having to sort through them all every time I come in. Find good ones that aren't expired. I don't like knowing that there are people who don't look, who bring home expired items that are no good. Cottage cheese does not stay good past its expiration date. I've even bought it in stores where it was 2 days before its expiration date and it was bad, and I brought it home and I had to bring it back. So there. It's all bullshit. It all comes out in the wash. The money these stores make from, quote, accidentally, unquote, having things not match up to the store price and in the register, and they're overcharging customers, you know, they get that money that they're not supposed to get, and it makes up for it if they have people who are not telling the truth about whatever. Because deliveries, they're not going to question you. You could be lying through your teeth. I don't, but there are people who do. They could say things are wrong, or they can't pretend there's a wrong item because they can check, but they can say it was bad or a dented can or whatever. But see, look at that cut. For me saving my mom from going backwards, and she doesn't even appreciate it or even understand or take it seriously. And now she fell after that and had it way worse on her knee. I have the little one on my knee if we went out in shorts or little skirts, which we both wear. And she has a huge one on hers. Huge bloody scrape. But it could have been a million times worse. Could have been a million times worse. So yet again, on Inside Edition, an example where someone tries to do something good and it ends in their life. But usually it's people. Usually, you know, you're trying to save a person who's trapped in a burning car or flipped over car or whatever, and sometimes cops get killed. They're trying to save somebody who's hurt in an accident, and then someone that doesn't realize it comes speeding down the highway and kills the cop. But in this instance, this family man, a father of 2 or 3, married, obviously a super nice guy, lost his life getting out of his car to shoo a mother duck and her babies across the road. He's dead. I'm sorry, but it's not worth it. It's not worth, I'm sorry you feel bad for the ducks, but you have to use common sense too. You have to use common sense in this life. You can't risk your life to save an animal. You cannot risk your life to save an animal. I've saved animals, like the turtles on the side of the road before, or tried to get a turtle that was like in the middle of the road or whatever, but I make sure there's no fucking car possibly coming. And if I saw a car suddenly come, I'd have enough time looking in both directions to jump out of the way and just let him hit the damn turtle. But I don't generally go in the middle of the road. No, that's not true. I did. About a year ago, I went in the middle of the road, but it wasn't a main road. This guy did it on, like, I guess, a main road, and some student, 17 years old, probably new driver, hit him. Person's not going to be charged because he was in the middle of the road. You can't, you know, if you're in the middle of the road, the driver shouldn't be responsible because you're not supposed to be in the middle of the road trying to help ducks across the road. Joe grew up on country and this, that, or whatever. He'd say the same thing. You cannot, just like people who break for an animal they see in the road, a small animal, instead of hitting it, they can cause accidents where families die. Where they die, or they might not die, but someone else in back of them who's not wearing a seatbelt might die, etc., etc. You cannot put an animal's life above your own, just some wild animal. If it's your own pet, well, that's your call, because I would probably risk my life if I wasn't sure it was positively. I would be risking my life, not sacrificing my life to save him, especially when he was younger. I'm sure that I would. But if it's not your own pet, it's just a wild animal, you can't sacrifice your life for a wild animal. He's dead. His family is grieving him. They view him as a hero for saving the family of ducks, but you know, I don't approve. I don't approve. I think you also have to exercise a little thing called common sense. Common sense is you're not out in the middle of a road where no one's expecting you to be, trying to get ducks across the road, not paying attention to traffic, and you end up dead. And he left behind kids and a wife who adored him. And of course, there's a GoFundMe, because these days nobody survives without a GoFundMe, even though when there used to, I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but when there used to not be GoFundMes, you know, people had funeral expenses on their own. Now everything's a GoFundMe. Even murder. Even that woman who murdered her kids, indisputably. There's a GoFundMe for the husband that sarcastic people, including me, are like, are going to be used for the woman's defense, his wife's defense, as he forgives her because she was out of her mind. But still, forgiving her is one thing. Us funding the bill, because it's going to make, it's, you know, sob story, it's going to make probably millions of dollars. Last I checked, I think it was over $1 million. Happened here in Massachusetts. Usually those things don't happen in Massachusetts. Anytime I'm upset about anything or just find things ridiculous or disturbing, I inevitably could go online and find comments where people 100% echo my sentiments. There's not one bit of a deviation between how I feel and how they feel. Not one. That would be including a store that opts into legally, perfectly legal policies, and then the store associates are on the front lines, on the ground, don't want to honor those policies and are going to fault you for how they perceive taking advantage of them. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Unless you're actually doing something devious, then it's not my fault if things ring up wrong in the goddamn stores. And it's not my fault if stores opt into a thing where I get one fucking item for free. It's bullshit for anyone to give me a hard time over that. It's fucking bullshit. But that's alright, I just don't go to that store in person anymore. Nobody questions me on the online orders. I could be lying through my teeth, but I would know I'm lying through my teeth, and I don't do it. I don't do it with any of these fucking companies. I just recently got organic chicken from Walmart, and 4 out of the cans were dented. I don't have to accept dented products, period. If I order online, you're taking your chances. I would rather you cancel my order than give me anything dented. Shit. Ouch. And I need to figure out what's the best way to get soap scum off of this all one piece wraparound, whatever you call it, ceramic tub or whatever, whatever kind of tub it is. I don't even know. I just know it was bought at Lowe's. The contractor bought it at Lowe's. And I've periodically cleaned it, in quotations, just by disinfecting it, spraying it down with some natural stuff I bought. But that's not going to get soap scum off. The only thing that'll get soap scum off is if I buy an industrial strength soap scum getter offer and I scrub it and not with something that's going to be abrasive and wreck it. So that's why I haven't cleaned it, or I would have already cleaned it. Because it's disgusting me. I want it clean. I'm the only one who could do it. My mom would never do it. It would be like this for decades. When I first moved in, my mom was putting her freaking garbage in the laundry room, and even in the summer when it would heat up in there, and we were infested with flies. This house, this laundry room was infested with flies. Because she lacks common sense, that's all. She lacks common sense. That's the bottom line. She always has, and it's only gotten worse with age. And now she's drugged up to kingdom come. Today is beautiful out. It's just not as warm as yesterday. Alright, so I'm going to shave around the cut, the boo-boo, the bloody boo-boo scab. Trying to save my mom. Saving her. Should they try? I saved her. She would have gone fucking backwards. Into the chair, which isn't going to hold her 138 pounds. It's going to topple over in the tub. She could have smashed her head. She could have done anything. But then, what, a couple of days later, she actually falls. So, yeah. 2 days later, I believe, I can document all that.